Can silver make a better luminol? The research that may have flipped the switch on the crime scene staple. Taking a beat. How forensic musicologists listen for stolen tunes. Save the date. It's time to get the 9th Annual Forensic Science Symposium on your calendars for 2020. This is your Forensic Update. Before we begin, we are always publishing new forensic science content, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Hello, and welcome to the Forensic Update. Accredited DNA labs are required to test their equipment, ensuring the instruments are calibrated and working properly. NIST has created a new PCR-based DNA profiling standard to assist in this important quality control measure. The new version contains 4 unique profiles and a mixture of human DNA, as well as certified data on the STR and mitochondrial DNA sequences. You can learn more about this sample, including how to purchase it for your lab, on our website. Researchers in Israel infused luminol with silver nanoparticles, which they say improves chemiluminescence qualities. A microfluidic device was used to visually compare the two solutions side by side. While luminol's reaction time is approximately 30 seconds, the enhanced version maintained a continuous glow for as long as the solution was pumped through the chip. The researcher tells us the next step is creating a sprayable version of the infused luminol for crime scene use. Catching a car thief may involve DNA collection or dusting for prints, and good old-fashioned police work. But what tools do you use when intellectual property is stolen? We sat down with forensic musicologist Joe Bennett to learn how he can tell if the song of the summer is an original tune.
So the job really of a forensic musicologist is to get to what you're comparing and try to help the courts, the jury, the plaintiff, the defendant, to understand what's protected and what's not. The single question is how much of the earlier work was copied in the later work. That is, how much was taken. Particularly when juries hear a work compared with another work, when they're played in different keys, they sound more different than if they're played in the same key. So what forensic musicologists often do is play the works back to back in the same key so that similarities or differences become more apparent. Now, this is not uncontroversial because you're making the argument that musical key is immaterial for the purposes of copyright, which it may be, but on a technical level, you are manipulating the evidence so that the jury hears it differently. It's not copyright infringement if it can be demonstrated by the defendant that it was independently created of the earlier work. Typically, the simplest way to do that is to try to demonstrate that the defendant didn't have access to the earlier work. So I actually turned down quite a lot of jobs and consultancies from potential plaintiffs that believe someone has copied their work. And the first question I will ask them is, how widely distributed was your work? And if the answer is, it was a cassette that I left in my bedroom drawer in the 90s and it never went on the internet and it can't be found on Spotify or iTunes, then of course the likelihood that the defendant would have had access to it drops considerably.
We couldn't fit all of our questions into this one segment, but you can view the whole interview with Joe Bennett, as well as listen to music from case examples on our website. Mark your calendars for the 9th Annual Forensic Science Symposium, hosted by the Global Forensic and Justice Center. Join colleagues from across the globe on the FIU campus, June 2nd to the 4th, 2020. A call for abstracts will be released later this fall, and registration will be open early 2020. Move over, Shark Week. National Forensic Science Week is coming to social media channels next month. Starting September 15th, agencies and organizations will be highlighting their equipment, personnel, and services. It's the perfect time to invite media or give tours of your lab, or show off technology advances that support justice in your community. Join us using the hashtag Forensic Science Week on Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to like and follow the NFSTC at FIU social media channels. You won't want to miss out. Until next time, I'm Bill Duffin, and thanks for watching.